5 secrets to success in business. Business is hard, but if you put in the work and keep a positive mindset, you will succeed. I often wonder what the secret to success is, especially when it comes to business, because at the end of the day, we're all in this struggle. A rat race, if you will, constantly fighting an uphill battle. Often, we feel frustrated, sometimes even defeated. But what if I told you that the secrets to success in business aren't as complicated as many might think? Okay, coming from me, those words might not have the same impact, but what if I told you that this information comes directly from 2 of the best salespeople on the planet? As a student of self-improvement, I followed many of the world's most sought-after purveyors of success. Anthony Robbins is one. He's definitely my hero. But then, so is Zig Ziglar. If the name Zig Ziglar doesn't ring a bell, then you might have been hiding under a rock for the past few decades. He's touched the lives of over 250 million people around the planet. The man has sold millions of books, and most certainly created thousands of millionaires. Now, while Zig Ziglar might no longer be among the living, his words most certainly live on. Ziglar coined the quotes that are often referenced in today's business. Things like, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Along with, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. And you were born to win. But to be a winner, you must plan to win, play to win, prepare to win, and expect to win, plus so much more. These are age-old adages, sure to last generations upon generations to come. But I wasn't just interested in his words. I was also keenly interested in his students. In fact, one in particular, Kevin Harrington, which many know from Shark Tank, is by far one of Ziglar's most successful students. While Ziglar mentored many, Harrington has taken that knowledge and created a proverbial empire with it. So if there was one person in particular to ask the secrets of success in business, a person who I could speak to today, it would be Harrington. Over the past 30 years, he's helped launch over 500 successful products. These products have generated well north of over $5 billion in sales. As one of the original sharks on Shark Tank, he's also the father of the infomercial. There are so many facets to sales. I talk about sales because it's the foundation for success. To succeed, you have to know how to sell. Hands down, it's the most important skill you can have. Everything revolves around sales. If you're no good at sales, you'll have a hard time succeeding in business. Period. Sales is about influence. There are methods of persuasion that work well in business, but there are also several fundamentals that you need to have in place if you want to succeed. If those fundamentals are not in place, you can pretty much kiss your chances of success goodbye. So let's just name them, and let's just call them secrets. Sure, they're fundamental, but they're also categorically secret. Not in terms of nobody knowing or understanding them. More so, people simply overlook them. And I knew that if anyone had those proverbial secrets to success, it had to be Harrington. Not convinced that sales is the basis for success? Just imagine for a moment what you're selling at any given moment. And no, I'm not talking about products or services or information. I'm talking about selling yourself. You need to sell yourself at just about any point if you really want to succeed. You need to sell a good college on why you'd be a good fit. You need to sell your skills to a potential employer to get a job. You need to sell a potential spouse on a date or why they should even be with you. You need to sell your parents on why they should give you an allowance. You need to sell your bank on why they should give you a mortgage. You need to sell your landlord on why you'd be a good tenant. Selling is everything. Everything. Hands down. Now, selling without holding steadfast to a variety of so-called secrets doesn't guarantee your long-term success. Sure, you'll make some short-term progress, but not strides. There won't be any exponential growth. If sales is at the basis to success in business, what are the secrets to succeeding in sales? At the foundation of any business, there are quite literally 5 fundamental keys that you need to have in place. This is not just about building an irresistible offer. Yes, you need that. But you need so much more in place before it's even concocted or created. While there are likely dozens, if not hundreds, of secrets to success, these 5 are crucial. Harrington says that if you follow these, you can navigate your way to success in the long term, not in the short term. Remember, this is an infinite game. This is about consistency in your approach. It's not about faltering or giving up or making excuses. It's about staying on the straight and narrow. The first rule: you need to create something of value. Harrington talks a lot about value. It's the cornerstone to success. If you stop to think about it right now, the richest people in the world have created the most value. Hands down. It's crucial if you're looking to win. So why is value so important, you may ask? While some people might be able to sell anything, that doesn't guarantee long-term success. If you put your own needs before the customer's, you will most certainly lose. Harrington says that whatever you sell, manufacture, create, or even dream up, do it with the customer's best interests at heart. In other words, add insane amounts of value. Think about this for a moment. Before most of the world's most successful companies ever made a dime, they added value first. Facebook connected the world through a massive social network. Google provided the most uncannily accurate search results before it ever enabled you to run an ad, and so on. Number 2, we need to improve the lives of others. Not only should you deliver real value, but you should look for ways that you can improve the lives of others with whatever it is you're peddling. Sure, you could sell anything to anyone for a brief period, but if you're not improving the lives of consumers, you're really just wasting your time. By building products, services, or information that improves the lives of others, you can quite literally transform your business and catapult it into the stratosphere. We're talking long-term exponential growth beyond anything that you could possibly dream of. That doesn't mean that you can't profit from your efforts. It simply means that you have to focus on improving consumers' life first and foremost. That's the key, or the secret to success here. Focus on that and watch as your business takes shape and reaches new heights. Ignore it and watch it crash and burn. Number 3, be authentic and transparent. No one likes a sleazeball. You can't sell anything. Don't be that guy or girl that people dread speaking to. The used car salesman, the underhanded, lowballing, greedy saleswoman. Don't be that person. Just don't. Instead, if you really want to succeed, Harrington says that you should be authentic and transparent. Don't make unrealistic claims. People can see right through them. Instead, be honest about what your product or service or information will do. Use real-world reviews from people who've tested whatever it is you're offering. Those testimonials go a long way. Whether your audience is millennials or baby boomers, everyone can tell when you're being inauthentic. People aren't stupid. So don't take advantage of them, or try to be something that you're not. It's just a waste of time. Number 4, you need to focus on positivity. While you shouldn't look to please everyone all the time, you should focus your thoughts on positivity. In other words, don't think negative thoughts. Yes, it's hard, but it's necessary. If you begin to veer off to the realm of negativity, your entire life will follow. Consider that we have upwards of 60,000 thoughts per day, and a large degree of those happen to be in the subconscious mind. If you don't focus your thoughts on positivity, you'll feel like you aren't in control. You won't be in control of your destiny, and you certainly won't be able to make sales when you're in that headspace. Harrington says it's one of the most important pieces of advice he gives to entrepreneurs. You simply can't make progress if you're always focusing on pain rather than the pleasure of a positive outcome. Sure, business is hard. We all know that. But it gets easier with time, as long as you put in the work and keep a positive mindset. Number 5, follow the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule states that 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort. In sales, this means that 80% of the sales come from 20% of the customers. It also means that within 20% of the efforts, another 80-20 rule applies. That translates into a very small amount of efforts, leading to a very large amount of results. Focus on that. Find the efforts that are producing the biggest results. This isn't about working long and unending days, toiling away, or being the last one to leave the office. It's about productivity. This is about productivity. If you can find what works, you can scale it out. Think 4-hour work week rather than an 18-hour day. Too many people think that the secret to success lies in working yourself to the bone. It doesn't. Just identify what efforts you are producing the biggest results and scale. That's how you seriously scale out and grow any business. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If this video brought value to you and you can see yourself listening to more just like this one, please remember to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new content uploaded on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Until next time, this is Business Brain USA.